guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another ASMR video. In this video, as you can tell by the title, I have my yearly Q&A, which is basically a Q&A I put on my channel to just let people or new subscribers know a little bit about me, a little update about me. And I try to do one every year, well, when I was active, and now I am back again. I decided what better way than to, well, I was intending to kick off my return with this video, but it just didn't work out that way. So I decided also in this video, just to make it a little bit more interesting, for every question that I answer, I'm going to consume one piece of gum for each question. So by the end of this video, I would have had 20 pieces of gum. I've got my questions written down here in this little boogie thing. Yeah, pretty much. And that's where I'll be getting the questions from. So it should be interesting. I don't know what 20 pieces of gum at once would feel like in my mouth. So let me just start by opening up these gum thingies, packets, right? So here we have 5. Then I'm not gonna be talking about anything, well, too much topics that are straying from the questions that I have, because we're trying to make our editing a little bit simple, even though it's not going to be simple at all. 10, 15 and 20. So that's 20 pieces of juicy fruit, and you all remember I love juicy fruit. It's a pretty simple flavored gum that just gets the job done, I just hope that, just chewing on gum isn't going to be like chewing on 1,000 calories. So, I don't know if you guys can hear, there's some background noises. I'm in my room and there is rain falling right now. I thought that maybe it would add to the whole ASMR effect. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. You can probably just look at this video for the purpose of learning about me and not sleeping, because you probably will not be able to sleep with the noise. I don't know. If you can't sleep and you find it as an added bonus, I guess you can listen to the entire video while you sleep, because I guess, the sounds are there. So I have my first piece of gum in my hand and I'm going to eat it while I read the first question. The first question is from Toby Chu from Facebook. He asked, how's your life since you've been away? Now, I pretty much answered this in my last video, but I'm going to do it again. My life has been really good. It's a lot more positives than negatives. I really can't complain about any negatives at this moment, which is really nice to say. I'm employed. Gainfully, I'm at home with my parents, so I get to save. Ideally, I would prefer not to be at home, but I can live at the positive outcomes of it, or the positive in it, and generally life right now is going good. It's not necessarily on track, but it's progressing, and progress is all it really needs for me to feel happy. Like, as long as I feel like I'm progressing towards something, depression is out the door and happiness is in, so can't complain, guys. The second question is from Anisa from Facebook. She asked, Where would you travel to solely to try the food there? So, for me, it was a pretty simple thought. I think I would go to some kind of Asian country. Asian. Maybe China, Japan, I can't really tell which one. Simply because I find their cuisine to be the most odd, unique, and strange. It's usually a bunch of stuff that I don't know if it will taste good, if it will taste bad, or it can be like an adaptive taste where you have to grow into it. So it doesn't necessarily mean that Asian food is my favorite. It's just I find Asian food to be the most weird. Therefore, I would like to try it. So it would definitely be an Asian country. I would prefer maybe something like Japan. Ill Skills 87 from YouTube asked, why did you post anything and will you stay? It's an interesting question. Honestly, many times I've answered this before, but many times I wanted to come back. There were times that I started filming and I forgot to eat another piece of gum. I stopped because of reasons like I didn't like how I looked. With training and everything, it really made my appearance deteriorate a little. I kind of felt like I was aging. Not very gracefully. And then there were times where I was filming and then issues would come up and I would just not even try to overcome them. But it has been a struggle to come back. Even the situation with my camera. As you can see, I'm filming on a smartphone right now. And if you look at all of my other videos, it's kind of very heavily edited. So yeah, those are some of the reasons why I really haven't posted a video in such a long time. Because there were opportunities I could have returned. I mean, I have a lot of free time right now. Even when COVID started, like free time just went from this to like this. So sorry. I don't know if I would stay. I would like to stay because I genuinely like being here and talking to you guys. You guys are like my only real friends. Sorry about the background noise, my mom is cooking outside. Can't do anything about it right now. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stay or not, but I'm not gonna promise to stay forever. I don't know what will happen in the future. But when I do make the decision to permanently leave, I can promise that I will update you and let you know that my decision going forward is no longer to film. Until then, I'm here, YouTube asked how's your love life now? How's your mom? And are you still living with her? So yes, as I previously mentioned, I am at home with my mom. And you can tell by all the background noises she's doing great. She's healthy. How's my love life? So it's... I'm single, okay? Let's just put it like that. I don't really want to go into too much of my love life anymore. Because those things tend to come back and haunt me in little ways, or people that I know just that look at my videos tend to try to get involved. I hope you guys can see. With inquiring guys, this gum is getting a little bit hard to chew, by the way. So, yeah, my love life is non-existent right now. But I will say this. I did recently come out of a relationship. And I like the way that I am. I prefer to stay single right now. Love is expensive. I'ma just say that. So oh my god, what's this guy's name again? Oh, Poop Vane. Poop Vane from YouTube asks, what's your favorite fast food joint? Oh, I forgot, I have to eat another piece. This is question 5. Minus that 5 comes. That's what 5 comes look like. My favorite fast food joint is... Okay, so my favorite food style would be Italian type foods. So it would be a battle amongst the pizza joints. If I had to choose fast food, right, it would be a battle between the pizza outlets we have in Trinidad. Maybe one day I'll do a comparison of the taste test because I don't really know anything that give me that Italian burst. Right now I said Domino's because it's my favorite so far. Pizza joint, it's, at least in Trinidad, they make the best pizza personally because they just allow way more options than the others. That's a neighbor's pig. So Domino's would be my answer. GG from YouTube asked, do your friends know you do ASMR? If they do, was it awkward? Oh my god. This video is actually becoming a lot more difficult than I intended for it to be. So my friends, I can't speak. Don't you? For me to be able to consider you or anyone my friend, I feel like you don't have to do much for me, right? You don't have to give me anything. You don't even have to take a bullet for me or stand up for me or anything like that. For me to consider someone my friend, I have to be able to share the depths of my soul with you. Meaning, I have to be my true authentic self and feel comfortable doing so with you. And I think at that point, once I get to that point, I consider you my friend. Which is why I tend to become friends with my exes. Because my exes know my with my exes. So, all of my exes know about my ASMR channel. Usually in the beginning, it's very awkward to share that with friends or anyone. And it's usually very nerve-wracking for me because I just don't know how they would respond, but to the point where I actually share it, I don't think I usually care what they think. For me to be able to share that with you, I don't use the term friends loosely. I don't at all. I'm very selective about who I consider friends, so if you're my friend, you know I have an ASMR channel. The next question is from Milan M from YouTube. And she asks, what's your biggest fear in life and what advice would you give to your younger self? So my biggest fear in life, I've always told myself, it's aging and being alone. Getting old and being alone is like scary. And my advice to my younger self would be finish what the fuck I start. Like, dude, I think that has been the biggest curse I have set on my life, was from a very young age, which was while I was in high school. So, from a very young age, well, when I was in high school, I dropped out. And I think the effects of that long term has caused me to very much stop a lot of the things that I've started. So there have been severe repercussions for me stopping high school. Even later on, and I've had an opportunity just to start over at university level, and I dropped out again. So I don't know if it created a bad habit or whatever it was, but I don't know if I had not dropped out, I probably wouldn't be making ASMR videos, but I would probably be, I don't know, would I really change anything? Because my life path would have been so different. So different. So yeah, my advice to myself would be, push through, boy, push through. You got this. Don't give up. Miss B from YouTube asks, I'd love to know the backstory on your question 8. I would love to know the backstory on your decision to join the military. So my decision to join the military, this is a lot of gum, boys. I'm struggling, like really. This is a whole jaw workout. My decision to join the military right now, my decision to join the military was simply to, like I said before, it was simply to develop a sense of discipline in my life, starting and completing. With reference to my last questions, you remember I said the advice I would give to my younger self would be to push through. Well, it's related to that, being able to endure the hardships, and it was mostly for the personal development of myself more than anything else, literally more than anything else. many other roads, but I don't think any would have given me the push that I needed as much as I thought the military would. And I have been a cadet in my younger years, so I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. I low-key think that my experience in the cadet force was a little worse than my experience in the military, but it could just be because of my mental development and my ability to just look off the hardships of the military. Oh, my biceps look good, even though I haven't worked out in such a... I haven't been to the gym in like years. No, I'm kidding. Probably close to 3 or 4 months, but anyway. So that's the decision to join the military, right? Discipline, personal growth. It wasn't for financial reasons at all, even though the financial benefits were pretty attractive. G-Serve from YouTube asked, well, said I would love to hear some favorite or funny memories on yours from adolescence. I thought about this question before I came, and I really couldn't think of anything. I was going to say that I really had a not very fun adolescence growing up, a very lonely one. But then when I was going through my Facebook page, I saw that I did have a really good time when I was an athlete, training and being competitive. For those of you who don't know, I was a shot putter. I was really passionate. Also, my involvement in athletics is why I didn't finish school, because I was so passionate about becoming the best, and I just didn't. Could you guys tell that I'm extremely passionate? It's very hard for me to have balance in my life. It's something I'm really working on. But when I start doing one thing, the other suffers. When I get into a new relationship, other relationship suffers. And when I have a partner, I think myself, because of how passionate I am, it's hard for me to focus on myself. So balance is something that I need to work on. However, the question was some of my good memories from my adolescence, and honestly, I really loved competing. I really loved competing in track and field. There was one time I had a video, actually it went viral. This video was years ago. I don't even know if I'll be able to find it. Anyway, I would actually search for it and try and include it into this video. But the video was of me at the gym. I was working out doing extra. I used to work so hard because I started later than, obviously if I want to be the best I have to work harder than the rest, right? I was working extra, doing extra work, going earlier than everybody, leaving school to go to the gym earlier than the rest of my teammates. And because of that, oh yeah, I forgot where I was heading. So while at the gym, this video went viral by the way, I think I mentioned that already, but while at the gym working out, I was recording myself for hopefully one day maybe to get a scholarship or whatever. So I was recording it and I was doing like bench presses, and your boy literally almost died. because I wasn't even lifting very heavily. I was doing a lot of reps and my muscle just gave out. I was like, what the hell is happening? And I was stuck underneath the bench. I was stuck underneath the bench press thing. So it was kind of funny. Luckily it wasn't too much weight that I had to myself, but your boy had to roll the bench all the way down. Like, it was so funny. The video was funny, and it actually got like really. It was back in the early days. YouTube was just starting out, you know. It was easy to go viral, and it did go like hella viral. And then one day I just took it down because I felt it was kind of embarrassing. But that happened. But my days at, you know, the gym, competing, doing shot put, you know, the relationships I cultivated then were, it felt genuine, it felt good because I was in an environment with doing things with people who liked the same things I liked. So those guys, I think I might have to do a two-part video. I'm not going to remove the gum, but I'll just continue from 11 to 20 in a separate video because the video is becoming a little too long, right? Question 10. Jacob Garcia from YouTube asked, what is a I can't even ask the question. What is a food you have wanted to do a video for that you never gotten a chance to do? This for me was an easy question. I always wanted to do a seafood boil. I wonder if I could open my windows and you guys see outside. The Caribbean. Anyway, it would be the seafood boil. I always wanted to do a seafood boil. But I have never been able to find anywhere in my country, Trinidad, that has, you know, those huge giant crabs and those huge giant lobsters. And if I do find it, it's probably going to be so expensive that it's going to break my budget. So I have never been able to find any restaurants or any place that has or sells seafood boils. And if they have the seafood boils, they're nowhere as appetizing and appealing as the ones that I see on YouTube. The crabs we have here in our country are like really tiny crabs. They lack meat, basically. It's like a lot of effort for no meat. So yeah, it would be a seafood boil without a doubt. Alright guys, I'm going to end this first part of the video right now because it's 35 minutes. I'm gonna probably cut down to about 30 minutes, so I think that's pretty good for 10 questions. So the second part of the video is going to be the other 10 questions. I'm going to continue with this gum. And if you guys want to see what 20 gums look like, you're gonna have to watch a second video. Which when it releases, I'll be putting it in the description below.